Duplicator 6 and its difference with Duplicator 6 Plus. Again, somehow they have something in common with i3 Plus Mark II. One is this part which controls the power resume or the resume printing, and if you can see, just mounted right on the bottom of the printer here, and it connects with this cable. As you see, if you put it right here, it connects with this cable to the motherboard right here, as you can see on the board. And from the other side, again, it goes to the PSU, and that's the part controls actually the resume printing. And again, on the motherboard, at the first look I can tell this is for Duplicator 6 Plus. Just easily can compare it with where actually you can you plug the ribbon cable. You know, this obviously is wider than the normal Duplicator 6. This one has 20 pins here, and this one has 16 pins, so I don't have to bother myself that much. Try to defer them, or to try to identify which one is Duplicator 6 Plus and which one is Duplicator 6. When I get the board, I can easily compare them right here, and nothing very special, just a few parts. And these two are added actually. These two are added on the Duplicator 6 Plus actually, and as you see, there is no such this here on Duplicator 6, but Duplicator 6 Plus has these pins, right? And but again, and I show you about the ribbon cable again. With the first look, you can just easily defer them. You know, this one is for Duplicator 6 Plus, and the other one Duplicator 6. Obviously, this one is more wide, is wider than the other one. And again, right here, you can compare. This is 20 pins, and this is 16, and this one is 16. So just very easy to defer them. And for the splitter board right here, as you can see, the only and the big difference is where actually Wanhao added the probe, you know, and you can mount the inductive sensor on it. So on the normal one, there is no such a this actually, as you can see. But here, for Duplicator 6 Plus, we have probe. And for the sensor, inductive sensor, just connected with this cable and via these pins, and nothing very important about this. This is another new part added to Duplicator 6 Plus. And nozzle. I think that's for me, at the first look, when I receive these two, I can easily understand, and they just defer them. How? When this is for the full metal hot end, and the only one, the first way I can defer them, for that there is always a gap, a small gap here. But for the one is installed on the printer, there is no such a gap. You know, as you see, it just fit to the block and the aluminum block, the aluminum block, and there is no gap on it. But for this, as you can see, even though if I want to just twist it or spin it, just there's no way. There's always a gap on it. And the other way again, if I show you the nozzles, again you can see different holes, and this one is bigger than this one. So I try to put this back, and this one, and I'm going to show you about the truths. And here you go, difference. Right? And the obvious one I told you, you can always see the gap right here. And for this, for the block, which actually it mounts exactly above the cooling fan, and I'm trying to show you. And the other part is this, which actually the inductive sensor goes on it, as you can see. So I'm trying to show you how, and this is the part you actually see. And let me open this. Well, if I'm not wrong, this is how it moves, you know. And as you can see, there should be a bolt or something like that. Yes, as you can see here, it just is tightened there by these two bolts. And this is how you can fit the inductive sensor here. And this actually is exactly this way. And here also, as you can see, there are bolts holding it. If I can turn on the printer, you can see it even better. So these two bolts are for the inductive sensor. I mean, this plug is for inductive sensor, and this is where actually this plug gonna place, and it's tightened by bolts right here, and down here it goes the cooling fan. And that is almost all on Duplicator 6 Plus. The parts actually are extra or more, and this printer is on hot end, and that's all.